Hey guys, so recently when I've been scrolling through TikTok, I've been hearing of this wonderful app that is almost like the holy grail for artists. It goes by the name of Xaiohungshu. Now, there are many myths about this app. Like for example, whenever you draw in the art style, an angel loses its wings, or that if you download it you get explosive diarrhea, but I think I just made that one up. Yeah, but nevertheless I took the risk and I'm going to be trying it out today, so let's get into it.
Wow!
So before I try out the app, I'll tell you a bit more about it. Xaiohungshu is like Chinese Pinterest, which is full of art tutorials which people say help improve your art greatly. So it's become pretty popular. So now we know what this app is about. Let's choose what kind of tutorials we'll be doing. In my mind, there are 5 things people always want to learn to draw, which is eyes, hair, the mouth, noses, and of course, the overall just base structure of the face. This is because people want to be able to draw sexy heads like these. You know, like, I really do understand it. As a kid, I was never interested in drawing the hands or feet. I just wanted to draw a face because, you know, we look at them every day. And yeah, finally, one last thing before we start. At the end, I'll apply everything that we've learned from Xaiohungshu into creating the most heavenly, beautiful Xaiohungshu character ever. So, let's start. So to start off, I found tutorials on eyes. Funny enough, there weren't as many as I thought there'd be, but there was still plenty. This couldn't be said for the other categories such as the mouth, nose, and hair, because it was kinda hard to find multiple. But I managed to find one for each category. And now I'm going to pass you on to pass me and let you watch me do this. So the first tutorial I'll be following is this one. So it's saying to to do the eyes like there's a line. Let me do that. Then map out the eyebrows. This one isn't a video, like some of the videos are actually really hard to you know, really hard to like follow because they move so fast. Like I can understand. Let me become video. And we're like that's something that I find about these. No, but I think when I'm doing these eyebrows, it's like weird because it's a picture. I'm not really getting like the step by step, so I'm trying my hardest. Okay, that's wrong. But also original, I guess. No? Well, like. Oh, down cheeks. Make sure they're rounded. Yeah, just such like chicken square changes. Yeah. Okay. No. I think this turned out pretty good. Like, it's not too difficult, especially if you're just following along. And then and that's one thing that's good about this tutorial. Like, gives you the base and kind of just shows you like the shape. Because like I've seen this kind of tutorial before, like they kind of like diamondy shape, like where you go like that, and then you kind of like fill in the eyeball that way, like that. So I'm happy they gave like that basic shape that you can kind of build a foundation upon. Let's try like this other one. It's not the best. I didn't like do the proportions the best, but I think that's pretty good actually. Like, it's not terrible compared to the other one. I don't think this one's as good as the tutorial because it really doesn't give as many steps, but I still think it's a pretty good tutorial overall. So like Pasmi said, the first tutorial I followed was better in my opinion because the image was less finalized, if you get what I mean. With the second one, it was already, in my opinion, more fleshed out and less raw, but it was still overall good. So my rating on this one would be an 8 out of 10. You know, more steps are always welcome, but it was still easy to follow, and I would recommend because they came out well, and yeah, it was just easy. It was a good tutorial overall. So now onto the nose tutorials. These were kind of hard to come by. They were pretty scarce in my opinion. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but you know, I don't think most people would be rummaging for ages trying to find one. So I just picked the best one I could find, and this is it. So let's go. So we import the image, and then so we've imported the image, and then they like separated the planes of the nose. Wait, where is it? Into like and then he like connects, like makes this longer and connects to this. And then we get like, is this the color? No, I think it's slightly more reddish. Then we go on to the paint. I think this is the right color. So then on this layer we create like this pinkish color. And then they start off by adding a bit of like a pinkish blush around the nose. I don't hate it. I think this is pretty good. The problem with these tutorials is that they're literally always in Chinese, so I can never understand them, like Mandarin, so I can't really understand them very well. But besides that, they're not too hard to follow, and you can kind of just, you know, figure it out. So yeah, as I mentioned, the difficulty with all of these tutorials is the language barrier. Unless you know Chinese, this one is especially hard because even if you wanted to translate it, I'm not sure you could even do that because it's a video. So yeah, it's just a bit difficult, but it wasn't actually a bad tutorial and it was straightforward, step by step, and so I approve. I give this one a 9 out of 10. Now on to the next one, the mouth. This is more like, I don't know, and we're just gonna try and go off what I see. And then they get a red pencil and like, wait a second. I'm gonna do that because it's weird because they haven't really shown you the, I don't know, we'll just do that for now. But it's one of those ones, so it's like it's harder for me to follow along because I'm not the best at like using these tools already. And so then like mine looks horrible compared to yeah, mine looks horrible compared to this. We gotta trust the process. I gotta trust the process. I gotta trust myself. I gotta trust the process. Sorry, trust the process. I'm genuinely horrid. Oh my god. Let's get some white. Let's try and do some of the highlights. Okay, my chair is so loud. Look at those highlights. I feel like this drawing just got leveled up. Like, it feels better than it was 2 seconds ago. Like, it's still not amazing, but I still think it looks okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, the tutorial wasn't the easiest to follow for me personally. I don't think it was bad at all, but I feel like they could have explained like the base of the drawing and more, but it just popped there. But overall, I don't actually think this is bad. I feel like if I put more time into it, like you would when you're really trying to learn. I've spent a good little while doing this, but at the same time, I think it's still a good video. I think it's a good video. I think this one's actually worth it. I'm overall happy with it, even though this is kind of a poor attempt. But it looks pretty good. I'm happy. Just like the nose tutorial, this one was a video and it made it difficult. This is because not only was the video super fast, they didn't do multiple, versions of it, and yeah, all the instructions were in Chinese I could not understand. So I really had to figure this one out on my own. Overall, I'd give this tutorial a 6 out of 10. I think it was just a bit better than being 5 out of 10, like in the middle. It's okay. Would I recommend it? No, but I'd recommend this one more than a 5, I guess. So yeah, that's why I chose a 6 out of 10. Now on to the second to last tutorial, the hair. Okay guys, so now on to the hair. I'm just gonna draw a base like I'd always draw a base, The hair was pretty difficult because a lot of the tutorials were only for certain angles and I wasn't really able to apply them to the other sections because I couldn't really find a way to apply them. That they want you to create and he was like trying to get some of the shape into it. Kind of like stressing, like stress marks towards the scalp, or like the hairs coming out. We'll use this hair coloring tutorial. So they kind of, again, section it. So we'll create this. They kind of like section it into 3 specific sections: the front part of the hair, and the middle and the back. And as it like goes backwards and downwards, it kind of becomes grey in a way. Let's do it the same color, like a similar color to what they've done in this. So it's kind of like a purplish red tone, like not like that. That was the wrong paintbrush. Kind of like this. So let's start off by doing that. So I think we'll like make the whole front of the hair this color. Part of me feels like I should turn the opacity onto 100%. But then also a part of me is like, nah, it's okay. So now that we do that, we kind of like make it grayer as we go back. I'm gonna try to not lift up so I can keep everything like the same tone. And like, I guess we can kind of like blend it in. It's gonna look like Yuji. And then it gets even like more grayish towards the back. I am gonna go over this in the original color just to make sure like matches the sort of. And then like it's hard because it's like 8 or 9 slides, and I don't want to have to translate every single one of them into English. I'll leave it like this for now. Overall, these 2 tutorials weren't that bad. I think the hair one, the one that I picked, wasn't the best for coloring because, you know, the coloring tutorials for more long hair and I was doing really short hair, and also the just hair shape, like the actual drawing of the hair tutorial, was very circumstantial in my opinion, so I can really apply it to the straight on head. So overall, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst, and it was still good, I guess. And now on to the final one of the tutorials, the overall head structure. Okay, so now onto the head. For this one, it seems that they start off by like doing a circle. Okay, wait, that was wrong. Doing a circle, just a basic circle, like I would do for my heads, and then they kind of course, like separate into like 2 halves. And then they like draw the line across the center. Okay, let me do this because I did it wrong. So a line down the middle, a line down the center, there's a line here and a line here, a line here and a line here. So I guess this is the hairline because I can't understand. I can't understand them. And that's like where the mouth would be. And then we like create another line below. And then there's a mark like here and a mark here. And we kind of like create a box. I'm just doing this so we can get like the outline a bit clearer and separate it from everything else. Let's move this one over here and try. This one's a bit less clear. It's just really... But still, even with not being able to understand it, I think these tutorials are kind of like, you can follow them along, because even though they're sped up, they're kind of like step by steps. Like, I cannot understand a single word this man is saying, but like I can copy and try and mimic and understand. Of course you can translate these videos. I don't know how you would translate the whole video, like all the spoken words, but I have translated some of the, you know, the words, and I'll put that up on screen now. But yeah, that's just the one caveat with this app. Like, you cannot understand it unless you do speak Mandarin or Cantonese, depending on what language these people are speaking, because each video is going to be different, of course. So, but yeah, I think this is pretty good. If you genuinely are having trouble with the Loomis method or another method of drawing the head, I would recommend you try this out or take a look. There weren't many. There were quite a few, but some of them are like very stylized. So if you're trying to get a basis or just a base way to draw a head in any style, or like just basic fundamentals, I think this is a pretty good tutorial. So these head bases were really good in my opinion, easy to follow. The video wasn't too fast, too slow, and even though it was in Chinese like the other ones, of course it was just simple and, you know, easy to follow without even needing the audio. So I would give this one an 8 out of 10, just because it's a great base for people who are trying to learn how to draw the head and they're having trouble with the Loomis method or any of the other methods out there. I think this one's good. And now finally, for what everyone has been waiting for, the final drawing, the head. Let's get into it. So for this drawing, we incorporated everything we learned, like all the aspects, and we pretty much just like pop them onto the face. The lips for me were exceedingly difficult because I just didn't know how to make them look like, because I was making a male character, I just did not know how to make those lips look manly. And I just felt like I was making like a man, male, woman, female hybrid thing. So this is the final drawing. I think it came out pretty good. I really like the eyes. Like, out of all the things that I'm getting to take away from this is probably the eyes and the nose, because the rendering on the nose wasn't too bad and I want to experiment with it more. And the eyes, I just like the way they looked. I think it's good. It's definitely something, but yeah. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know this one took a lot longer to get out. I've just not been feeling the best, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.